in talking to many people about, what's stopping them from becoming vegan, one of the most common responses we get is cheese. People really love their cheese, right? People are really addicted to cheese, and there's a good reason for that. A good reason that most people don't realize. So I'm here to try to explain that to you, to maybe help you defeat your cheese addiction and join us in no longer paying for animals to be harmed. Okay? So here's the gist of it. In dairy, there's a chemical called casein. Okay, casein is an addictive substance that keeps baby calves coming back to their mothers. This casein is concentrated in cheese. So it's almost like heroin for people, right? That's why when we eat that cheese, we just have that sensation that just makes us, really crave cheese and love cheese and have such a good experience eating cheese. It's actually scientifically an addiction, right? So remember this, we're not cows, you're not a baby cow, and a lot of, if we're paying for cheese, dairy, we are paying for cows to be forcibly impregnated. They have their babies taken away so that they can't drink the milk because that would cut into the profit. And those mothers, because it's mother cows that produce milk. Cows don't just produce milk naturally. They need to have babies. They need to be mothers to produce milk. And they're impregnated over and over again. They carry their babies for about 9 months like human mothers do, and then their babies are taken away. And if their babies are male, they're considered waste. They don't produce milk, so they are killed. The females are put into that same system of exploitation where they are forcibly impregnated year after year until they're no longer profitable. When they can no longer stand, when their milk production runs down, or when they no longer can reproduce, when they can no longer have babies and they can't produce that milk, they're killed and they're used for second grade hamburger meat. So that dairy industry is the meat industry. It's the same thing. We're paying for that violence. We're paying for that exploitation, that abuse, that cruelty, and killing of cows. And I know most people would not want to hurt a cow. They're like big puppies. They're beautiful, gentle creatures who've never done anything to hurt people, right? They can't speak up for themselves. They would escape from us if they could. And often they trust us. They trust people are going to take care of them. And then they're betrayed, put on trucks, and sent to have their throat slit and to be chopped up into a million pieces. So, with cheese, it's an addiction. If you can think about that scientifically, it becomes much more easy to overcome that addiction, right? Now, admittedly, there are lots of vegan cheeses that are not so great. They might be kind of plasticky or rubbery, but they are coming out now with fantastic cheeses, fantastic plant-based cheeses where you can't even tell the difference. Now, the argument is, though, even if they aren't as good, it shouldn't be a justification to keep paying for animals to be harmed, right? Even if there was no alternative, how is it our right to take babies away from their mothers, to exploit the female reproduction, the female reproduction system of a mother cow, right? So I encourage you with this information to think about, do you want to keep paying for cows to be exploited, for babies to be taken away from their mothers, for male calves to be killed, or do you want to stop paying for cheese and take a cheese alternative? Maybe it's just as good, maybe it's not quite as good, but you're saving a cow's life. You're not paying for a cow to be exploited and killed. And that means so much more than that little difference in taste, right? So think about it and please make an informed decision and make a peaceful decision. Thanks for your time.